This conference will now be recorded.
Fine, guys. Let's start the session. Let me go and open on one notepad. Let me go and open one notepad. Now, in today's session, we'll discuss about the new concept, that is solutions. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the solutions. Now, what is meant by solutions? When to use it? And what are the different types of how to create a solution? We'll discuss now in today's session. In the yesterday's class, we discussed about environment. In yesterday's class, we discussed about what is meant by an environment. What is meant by an environment? I said that what is the need of creating the environments? I said that in the yesterday's class, environment, whenever if you are starting any project in Power Platform or in Power Apps, you need to go and create a separate environment for that project. Why? Because it is not recommended to go and use the default environment. Why it is not recommended to go and use the default environment means default environments are not able to perform the deployment operations. We are not able to move those default environments to another environment. So it is recommended to go and create your own environments while developing the apps or whenever if you are starting any project in the real-time scenarios. So in yesterday's class, we discussed about what is meant by environment, and continuation of yesterday's class is today's session, guys. Somehow the solutions are going to be connected to the environments. So first let me keep here what is meant by a solution. First, let me keep here what is meant by solutions and where we can create it. Try to understand this. The first point here is where we'll create the solutions in the Power Apps is or in the Power Platform is solutions will be solutions or let me keep it like this. Solutions can be created within the environment. Where we'll create the solutions means solutions are going to be created within the environment. First, you need to go and create a separate environment for your project. Once after creating the environment, within the environment, what we are going to create means solutions. First point, you need to understand where we need to go and create the solutions means solutions can be created within the environments. Now, what the solutions will contains? What the solutions will contains? We know that solutions are going to be created under where? Under the environment. Now, once if you create a solution, what the solutions will contains? Solutions contains multiple apps. What the solutions will contains means solutions will contains the multiple apps, comma, app components, comma, app components. App components is nothing but like what is the app names, what is the data sources you are connecting, what is the components you are using, and if you are declaring any variables, all this comes under the app components. What the solutions will contains means solutions will contains the multiple apps, comma, app components, comma, whatever the flows you are going to create, Power Automate flows, comma, it will contains the chatbots, it will contains the chatbots, and also it will contains the Power Pages, whatever the web portals, whatever the web pages you want to create, you can the web pages also will be created, will comes under the solutions only. Comma, it will contains the connectors, like this. What the solutions will contains means the solutions will contains the multiple apps, not a single app, multiple apps, multiple app components, multiple flows, Power Automate flows, chartboards, Power Pages, connectors, whatever the connectors you are using, so and so on. Where all this will be created means all the apps components, flows, chartboards, Power Pages, connectors, everything where we are going to create means everything will be created under the solutions only. So whatever you are going to create in the Power Apps, whatever the apps you are going to create and app components and connectors you are using, where these are going to be created means it is recommended to go and create within the solutions. So 2 points we understand here, where we can go and create the solutions. Solutions are going to be created within the environment, and what the solutions will contains means solutions will contain the multiple apps, components of the app, flows, chatbots, power pages, connectors, data sources, everything, and so on. And next, the next point here is, what is the need of creating the solutions now? What is the need of creating the solutions? Why we need to go and create a solution? Why we need to go and create a solution within the environment? Why it is recommended to go and create the apps, components, flows within the solutions? Why we need to go and create the solutions means, important point is, solutions are used to solutions are used to move move the apps from apps comma app components means all this will comes under app components case. Apps comma app components, solutions are used to move the apps comma apps components from one environment to another environment, one environment to another environment. What is the use of the solutions means, why we need to go and create the solutions? This is the important point. Solutions are used to move the apps comma app components, all this flows, chatbots, whatever it is, all the app components from one environment to another environment. So what is, why we need to move the apps from one environment to another environment? See, if you take any project, first there are three stages will be there for the project. First one is development phase. So in the development phase, the developers will develop the apps. Once after developing it, you need to move that whatever the apps you developed in the development phase, you need to move those into the testing environment. For testing, you need to send into another environment. For development, we'll have one environment, we'll go and create one environment. For testing, we'll create another environment. Now what is my requirement here is, whatever the apps I'm creating in the development environment, I want to move these apps to the testing into another environment. So whenever if you want to move the apps from one environment, development environment to testing environment, you need to go and create all these apps and app components. All these are called as app components. Where we need to go and create this means, you need to go and create this within the solutions. So what is the need of creating solutions is, when solutions are used to move the apps from one environment to another environment, like moving the apps from development to test, and once after completion of the test to moving those to production environment. So like this, whenever if you want to move the apps from development environment to testing environment, and then once the testing is completed, if you want to move those into final production environment, then in this case recommended to go and create apps and all the app components. Where is recommended to go and create means within the solutions. If you are not creating your apps within the solutions means, we are not able to perform this deployment. Guys, this is called as deployment. We'll discuss this deployment pipelining in the next class. Tomorrow's class I will discuss. So if you want to move the apps from development to test to production, mandatorily you need to go and create the apps and app components where within the solutions. If you are not creating your apps and the app components within the solutions, let's say if you are creating all this outside of the solution, then it is possible to move those apps from development phase to testing phase means, no, it is not possible. So why we need to go and create the solutions means, why it is recommended to go and create the apps and app components within the solutions is for deployment pipelining. In order to move the apps from testing environment to, development environment to test or production environments, it is recommended to go and create your apps and app components where within the solutions. So that is the reason why we need to go and create a solution, why it is recommended to create the apps and app components within the solution only. Why we need to go and create means, because to perform the deployment pipeline, moving the apps from one environment to another environment, you need to go and create within the solution. This is the most important point in the solutions case. This is the most important point. And the next point here is under single environment. I said that where we can go and create the solutions, we can create the solutions within the environments. Now, each environment, under each environment, how many solutions you can create? Multiple solutions, not only a single solution. Let me keep here. We can create multiple solutions under can create multiple solutions under each environment. Under each environment, if you want to create the multiple solutions means you can go and create. See, let us say if there is one project, if there is one project means it is not recommended to go and keep all the apps in only one place. You can go and keep some apps in one place and you can go and keep some other apps in some other place. So for this, if you want to go and create multiple solutions within the same environment means yes, you can create. I will show you how to create the multiple solutions under each environment. Under we can create multiple solutions under each environment. So each environment will have the multiple solutions, not only a single solution. And also, as I said that always recommended whenever you are creating the apps components, flows, chartboards, power pages, connectors, everything, whatever you are performing in the Power Platform, everything recommended. Go and create all this in where? Within the solutions. Why we need to go and create everything within the solutions means because whenever if you want to move the apps from one environment to another environment, that is from development to test or test to production, then if you want to perform the deployment pipelining, move the apps from one environment to another environment, recommended go and create the apps where within the solutions. So let me keep that point here. It is recommended to create the apps within the solutions. Within the solutions, it is recommended to go and create the apps. Why it is recommended to go and create the apps within the solutions means because to perform the deployment pipelining, in order to go and move the apps from one environment to another environment. Moving the apps from one environment to another environment is nothing but moving the apps from development to test and moving the apps from test to production environment. So you'll understand how to create this development environment testing, how to move this to test environment, how to move this to production environment. In the tomorrow's class, I will discuss. Completely will come under the development part. For now, if you want to understand this development, if you want to understand this deployment pipelining, you need to have the knowledge on environment, whatever we discussed in yesterday's class, and also you need to have some knowledge on the solutions. If you have some knowledge on the both environment and solutions, then you can understand how to perform the deployment pipelining, how to move the apps from development to test and from test to production environment. So this is what is meant by a solution, guys. It's what is meant by solutions. Now let me go and open the Power Apps and let me show you how to create. Already we know that how to create an environment. In yesterday's class we discussed. I will show you again how to create an environment, and once after creating the environment, how to create a solution within the environments. Once after creating the solutions within the solutions, how to go and create the apps we'll discuss now. Let me go and open the Power Apps now. So first of all, once after opening the Power Apps, go to the admin center. First by requirement is I need to go and create one environment. Let me go to the settings, click on this gear icon on the top right side, click on this gear icon, go to that, select the admin center, click on the admin center. Now we are going to Power Platform admin center. This is Power Platform admin center. Now in this admin center, first let me open it. So here guys, in the left side, you'll see one option called environment. Go to this environment. In this environment, by default, I'm having only one environment. Whatever the environment I created in the yesterday's class, I deleted it because I want to show you everything new now to work with the solutions. I need to go and create one new environment. This is the default environment. I said that in the yesterday's class, it is not recommended to go and use this default environment. Now, how to create an environment? Go and click on the new. Go and click on what? New. Now pass the environment name. Here asking us to pass the create a new environment. Let me pass the environment name as, let me keep it as a development environment. Environment name is what? Dev. Select the region, nearest region, either Asia or India, whatever the region you are having. I'm going with Asia. Next, select the type as developer. See, for now, you are not able to access the production, sandbox, trial, all this. As it is a free licenses, I will go everything. I will show you with the developer only. In the real time, you can go and create the production environment and also the sandbox. Already we discussed. Sandbox is for what? Testing purpose. Production is for what? Final products deployment. So let me go and select the type, develop environment type as what? Developer. Next, just go and click on next button. Click on save. Now it is going to create one new environment. Now see, the environment name is what? Dev. It is preparing to create the environment. New environment is dev is preparing. Let it done. Once the environment is created successfully, now we can go and use it. Let's just click on the refresh button once. Yes, the environment is ready. New environment dev has been successfully created. This is the environment just now I created. Now once after creating the environment, go to the Power Apps. By default, what is the environment it is selecting? Default environment. Click on it. Currently it is not loaded still. It will take some time to display that dev environment here. Let it display. It will take some time once the environment is created. Need to wait for some time. Just refresh it. Still it is not loaded. We need to wait for some time, guys. It will take some time to load that environment to the Power Apps. Wait for some time. It's taking too much time. Just close it. Let me open the app again. Wait for some time. Now it is available. Now see, there is one new environment is added. That is what? Dev. Now currently it is selecting what environment? Default environment. Now see, let me go and select the environment dev. Now this is the environment I am going to use for my project. Before going to start any project, I said that recommended go and create one new environment. Now what is the environment I'm creating here? The environment name is development environment, dev environment. Now, once after connecting to the environment, now where we can go and create the solutions case. I said that we can create the solutions within the environments. Now, once after creating the environment, where we can go and create the solutions means on the top left side here in the left navigation, you are able to see one option called solutions. You are able to see an option called solutions. So just go and click on it. Go and click on the solutions. From here, you can go and create it. Click on the solutions. Now it is going to open some window. Now see, these are the default solutions. Whenever if you create a new environment, for each and every environment, by default, Power Apps will create two environments. One is CDS, common data source, and second one is this is the default solution. One is default solution, second one is a common data services default solution. So these are the default solutions. It is not recommended to go and use the default solutions. It is not recommended to go and use the default solutions case. Why it is not recommended to go and use the default solutions means we are not able to move these default solutions from dev environment to test environment. Let us say I'm having another one more environment, test environment. If I want to move this solution, this is the default solution. If I want to move this solution to dev environment to test environment, is not possible. If why it is not possible means if I select this default solution, you need to export the solution, guys. You need to export the solution to another environment. If you see, the export option is disabled here. We are not able to export. And also this common data source also, I think here we can export it. When we can go and export this one means if you have the dataverse capacity. If you are using the dataverse, then it is possible to go and export it. And also it is not recommended to go and use this common data source also. Why? Because it is also one of the default solution. It is not recommended to go and use this default solutions. So always try to create a new solution. Once after creating the environment, go to the solutions. Under the solutions, you need to, there are two default solutions will be there. It is not recommended to go and use it. Why? Because these default solutions are not able to perform the deployment pipelining, not able to move the one environment from another environment. And next, how to create the solution. I want to create as my own solutions in order to go and start the project. Now, how to get the solutions means once after going to the solutions, there on the top you will see an option called new solution. Click on this new solution, guys. When I click on this new solution, now it will allow us to create a solution here, new solution. Now what is the solution name? Let us say I'm keeping the solution name as analytics benchmark. I'm getting a solution name as analytics. Let us say I'm creating analytics benchmark is my client. I'm creating a solution for this. Once after passing the name and display name, publisher. This is somewhat what is this publisher is? Whenever if you create an app, let us say the app name is uh, AB students, AB, or the app name is AB inquiry. App name is AB inquiry. Before the app name, there is some prefix we need to add. That means from this app is created under which solution. If you want to identify this app is created under which solution, so you need to keep one publisher here. Prefix, you need to go and keep some text. So if you want to keep some prefixes, you need to go and create one publisher here. By default, you have two publishers. What are the two publishers? One is default publisher, second one is what? CDS publisher. It is not recommended to go and use the default publishers. It is recommended to go and create your own publishers, guys. So how to create a own publisher? Go and click on new publisher. When I click on the new publisher, it will allow us to create one new publisher. Now see, when I click on it, now it is asking us to, it will allow us to create one new publisher name. Now what's the publisher? Let us say the publisher name I'm keeping here is AB trainings. AB trainings. Publisher name, display name, that one, this one is name. Let us say I'm keeping the name as trainings. Description, if you want to keep any description, keep the description. Prefix, this is the prefix. Whenever you create any app, before the app name, if you want to keep some prefix, you can go and keep. Just identification, under which solution this app is created. So what is the prefix I'm keeping here is AB is the prefix. What is the prefix? AB. And then just go and click on the save button. Click on the save button. If you see here, whenever I add the prefix, it is giving the preview also. Preview of new object name. Object is nothing but what, guys? Objects are nothing but apps, Power Automate flows, Chartbots, Power Pages, all these are objects. So before the object name, it will use one prefix. What's the prefix? AB is my prefix. Now just go and click on the save button now. Once if I click on the save button, now I'm creating one new publisher. Now once after creating the publisher, click on this drop down. Now I'm able to see the new publisher name. What's the publisher name? AB Trainings. Select the publisher as AB Trainings, and then it will maintain some versions. No need to do changes here. If you want to change the versions, you can change, but don't do any changes. Leave it as it is, and then go and click on the create. Now when I click on the create, I'm going to create one new solution. What's the solution name? The solution name is Analytics Benchmark. Let me go and create. So it is going to create one solution now. It is creating the solution. It is loading on the top here. It is loading on the top. Let it load. Let me create the solution. Now see here guys, the solution is created. The solution is created. This is the solution. What is the solution name I created just now? The solution name is Analytics Benchmark. Whatever the name you can keep. You can keep the name solution names. I'm keeping the name as Analytics Benchmark. Now where you need to go and create the apps means within the solutions, it is recommended to go and create the apps. Once the solution is created, in the solutions, currently I'm in the objects. There is some left navigation. Objects is the most important. Objects is nothing but what? Apps, flows, all these are called as objects. Now see, this is the tab for objects. Now here there are some options: all, apps, cards, chartboards, flows, tables. Now I want to create an app. So if you want to create an app, go and click on new. Within the solution, I'm going to create an app, guys. Now go and click on new. What I want to create new? I want to create an app. I want to create an automate of flows. I want to create a chartboard. So there are some lot of things will be there. So I want to create what now? App. When I go to the app, it is displaying either you want to create a canvas app, model driven app, or power pages. I want to create a canvas app. Just select the canvas app. Now it is asking us to pass the name of the canvas. Let's say I'm passing the name of the canvas as solutions. Let me keep it as solutions app. Solutions app. Just I'm giving one name for this. So let me select the mode as tablet. Any one mode you can select. Same how you are going to create the apps. Same scenario. Once after passing the solution app name, go and click on the create. Once if I click on create, now it is going to create one app with the name. What is the name of that app? Solution. What is the name of the tab? Solution. Now see, it is adding one default screen. Just to let me create one header, guys. I want to show you just how to create an app within the solution. Just keep one header. Go and change the background color. Align it to center. Keep it as 24. And then make the font color to white. Let me change the text. Solutions. So just I'm keeping one header. How I am creating the apps previously, same you can create, but where it is recommended to go and create the apps means within the solutions. Just I'm creating one header here. Save the app. Save the app. Once after saving it, publish the app. Once after publishing, go back. Go back now. Now if you go back, I'm not able to see anything here under apps. Just go and refresh it now. Just go and refresh. Now see, under the apps, currently it is I'm in the all. When I go to the apps here, in the apps there is one app. Just now we created an app. What is that app we created? Solutions app. This is the app name. So if you want to edit the app, from here you can go and edit the app. Click on it. It will load something. If you want to edit the app, you can go and edit from here. So always, whenever if you are creating the, whenever if you are starting any project, first you need to go and create what? Environment. Once after creating the own project environment, once after creating the environment, you need to go and create what? Solutions. So just go back. Just go back. Now see here, this is the home page. Now I'm having one environment here. In this environment, I created one solution. Go to the solutions on the left side. Now you can see that solution name here. What is the solution we created? This is the solution. Analytics benchmark is the solution we created. Now if you, whenever if you want to create any app, it is not recommended to go and create the apps from here in the real-time scenarios. No need from here in the create option. It is not recommended to go and create the apps from here. If you create an app from here, it is not going to be added to this solution, guys. It's not going to be added. Let me show you. Let's say I'm going to the create tab. If I'm creating one app here in the dev environment, let me create it. Let me go and keep the name as AB trainings is the app name. Layout is phone layout. Click on create. Now I'm creating one app here. Just keep one header. I want to keep one header. Just remove it. Keep the header. Let me change this header to AB trainings. Now save the app and then publish it. Now see where I'm creating the app. I'm not creating the app within the solution. Outside of the solution, I'm creating it. If you create an app outside of the solution, let me create the app. The app is created. If you create the app in the outside of the solution, if you go back, and if you go to the solution, now the app is created. Where it is created? Outside of the solution. One app I created where? Solutions app. Within the solution, I created this app. Now I created another app, AB trainings. Where I created it? Outside of the solution. Now if you go to the solution, what is the solution we created? Analytics benchmark. If you go to the solutions analytics benchmark and see, even if I refresh, I'm able to see only one app here, guys. Now, what is the app? I'm able to see only one app, which is what is that app? Solutions app. Now, just now I created another app. What is that app I created? AB trainings. AB trainings is the app I created. Now, I'm not able to see this app here. Why? Why I'm not able to see this app here? Because I'm not creating the app within the solution. I'm not creating the app within the solution. Where I created this app? I created the app from here. From here in the create tab I created. So whatever the apps you created from here, it is not able to move those apps into the solutions. So always I recommend go and use the solutions whenever if you are going to create the apps, whenever if you are creating the Power Automate flows, if you are creating any chatbot or Power Pages. So if you go and create the apps within the solutions, then from here you can go and create the apps means. So that app is going to be comes under where? Into the solution. What is the solution name? Analytics benchmark. This is the solution name. So okay, we know that how to create an environment. In that environment, how to create a solution. In that solution, how to create an app. This is the app I created. Now there is one app I created, AB trainings. AB trainings outside of the solution case. Outside the solution. Now I want to bring that app, AB trainings, which is created outside of the solution. I want to bring that app within the solution. Now, how to bring the apps that is created outside the solution? So if the app is not, if you are not creating an app within the solution, if the app is there in outside the solution, then how to bring those apps into the solutions? So if you want to bring those apps into the solutions, there is an option called add existing. What is this add existing means? If there is any app already you created outside of the solution, then if you want to bring those apps within the solutions means you can bring it. So I created one app, AB trainings, outside of the solution. I want to bring it into the within the solution. So go and use this one. Add existing. What you want to add existing? I want to add an app. What is that app? Canvas app. Click on it, Canvas. Now it will displays out. Let me select the outside of that. From data source. From data source means apps that are created using the data source as a data source. But here, if you go to this outside of the data source means you are able to see that app name. What's the app name? AB trainings. This is the app I created outside the solution. So just select the app and click on add. When I click on add, now it is this app is going to be added to the solution. When I click on add, it is adding the solutions. It is adding that app to the solutions. Now once after done it, just go and refresh it. Now see, I'm able to see one new app here. What is that app? AB trainings. So if the app is created outside of the solution, if you want to import that if you want to import that app within the solutions means you can import it by using what? With the help of add existing. You can go here and you can what you want to import, either app analysis or chatbots or data automations, whatever you want to import, you can import it here. So this is what, how to create a solution, and then within the solutions how to create the apps. If the app is created outside of the solution, how to bring those apps within the solutions, guys. How to bring those apps within the solutions. And also, as I said, that if you have some, we have some two default environments, it is not recommended to go and use this default environment. Why? Because it is not possible to use this for deployment pipeline, moving the apps from dev to test environment or production environment. So this is about how to create a solution within the environment and how to create the apps is nothing but in the solutions, within the solutions we'll call apps, or called as what, objects. Now see, within, before every app here, the name before every app you will see ab is what, prefix. We added one prefix, right? Publisher, this is the publisher. So each and every app, whenever if you go and create, before the app name you will see the prefix. So this is all about how to create a solution and how to create the apps within the solutions. Now see, if I delete the solution, now I'm having the solution, within this solution I'm having the two apps. If I go and delete this solution, if I go and delete this solution, means what happens? This is the solution, click on it. Now I want to delete it. If I click on, from here you can delete, or you can right click on it, from here you can delete it. Let's say if I delete the solution, what happens? All the apps, how many apps is there in this solution? Two apps. This apps also going to be deleted, or it will be restored in some other place. Now see, whenever, once if you remove the solution, let's say I'm deleting the solution, guys, I don't want to keep the solution, I want to delete it. Unfortunately, if you delete the solution, don't worry, apps, whatever the apps that are available in that solution, guys, where you can find that apps, means you can find that apps in the default solution. If you delete any solution, only the solution is going to be deleted. The apps and the objects of that solution is not going to be deleted. Where those are going to be stored, means default solution. If you go to the default solution, select the default solution. It's taking some time. Let it load. Now here, guys, once after opening the default solution, you can see the apps here. Click on the apps here. Click on the apps. If I click on the apps here, you can see those two apps here, guys. In the default solution, you can see AB trainings, and one more is what, solutions app. So you are able to see those, whatever the apps you are having in that analytics benchmark solution. If you delete a solution, only the solution is going to be deleted. The apps in that solution is not going to be deleted. Where it will be available? It will be available in the default solutions. So this is all about what is meant by solution. And next, one more point we need to discuss. There are types of solutions in Power Apps, guys. We know that what is meant by a solution. We have the types of solutions. Let me keep here types of solutions. What are the types of solutions we're having here is, what are the different types of solutions in the Power Apps is, that are in the Power Platform? There are two types of solutions. What are the two types of solutions? What are the two types of solutions? The first one is what? Unmanaged solutions. The first one is what? Unmanaged solutions. And the second one is what? Managed solutions. Managed solutions. Now, what is this unmanaged solutions? What is this managed solutions? Let me discuss. First, try to understand what is this managed and unmanaged solution. First, let me go and discuss about what is this unmanaged solutions, guys. Now, see, what is this unmanaged solutions is, whenever if you create a solution in the environment, when we create a solution in the environment, by default that solution is a unmanaged solution, guys. By default that solution is what? It is a unmanaged solution. Let me keep that point here. When we create an or when we create a solution, uh, by default, when we create a solution, by default, the solution is that solution is an unmanaged solution. That solution is an unmanaged solution. So try to understand, whenever if you are creating a solution, by default that solution is what type of solution? It is an unmanaged solutions. Where we can go and use this unmanaged solutions means, these unmanaged solutions are going to be used in the development phase. While you are developing your apps, in that case your solution must and should be an unmanaged solution. Yes, it is not should be a managed solution. Why it is not should be a managed solution, you'll understand. Let me keep that point here. Unmanaged solutions, unmanaged solutions are used, unmanaged solutions are used in the development process of an apps, the development process of an app, in the development process of the apps. Whenever if you are developing the apps, that means whenever if you are in the development phase, in that development phase, that solutions, whatever the solutions you are creating, that solution must and should be an unmanaged solution. It doesn't should be a managed solution. So what is this unmanaged means? By default, when we create a solution, what type of solution it is means? It is unmanaged solutions. Where we can go and use this unmanaged solutions means, unmanaged solutions are used in the development process of the apps. When we are developing the apps, at that process, in that phase, development phase, whatever the solutions you are creating, that solution must and should be an unmanaged solutions. If you want, let us say, if you want to remove this unmanaged solutions, if you want to remove it, as we discussed here, right? We created one solution, analytics benchmark. We deleted that solution because it is an unmanaged solutions. If you want to delete this unmanaged solution means, you can delete it. If you delete the unmanaged solution, only the solution is going to be deleted. Whatever the apps that are available in the unmanaged solution, where we can see, we are able to see it in the default solutions. So this is what is this unmanaged solutions. Next one is what? Managed solutions. Now what is this managed solutions? Try to understand what is this managed solutions is. When we are moving, when we are moving the solutions, let me keep here. When we are moving the solutions from one environment to another, that means when we are moving the solutions from development to test, development to test environment, development to test environment, the unmanaged solutions, the unmanaged solutions will be converted into, will be converted into managed solutions, will be converted into managed solutions. Try to understand, guys. What I'm keeping here is, when the solution, when the solution is a managed solution means, when the solution will be a managed solution is, when we are moving the solutions from development to testing environment or production environment, test environment or a production environment, when we are moving the solutions from development to test or production environment, the unmanaged solutions in the development environment, what is the solution type? It is an unmanaged solutions. So while moving the solutions from development to test or production, the unmanaged solutions will be converted into what? Will be converted into managed solutions. So when the solution will be converted into a managed solution is, when we are moving the solutions from development to test or production environment, in that, at that time, the unmanaged solutions are going to be converted into a managed solutions. So always keep in mind, whenever if you are moving the apps or solutions from dev to test, in the dev environment, the solution is unmanaged solution. When we move that into the testing environment or production environment, that will be converted into a managed solutions. So this is what is meant by a managed solution case. And one more point where we can go and use this managed solutions means managed solutions are used in the test environment or in the production environment. Let me keep here managed in managed solutions, not environment. Managed solutions are used in the testing environment or in the production environment, either test environment or in the production environment. So keep in mind when we are going to use this managed environment, managed solutions means either in the test or in the production environment we are going to use the managed. When we are going to use this unmanaged solutions means in the development phase, when we are developing the apps, at that time the solution must and should be a unmanaged solution. When we are moving the solutions from dev to test environment or production environment, then the solution must and should be a managed solutions. If the solution is managed, when the solution is managed, if you move the solutions from dev to test, in this case the solution, the unmanaged solutions will be converted into what? Managed solutions. Now in the managed solutions, it is possible to edit or modify the apps you are creating means? No, it is not possible case. Managed environments only for testing purpose. Let me keep here that point. Managed environment is only for testing purpose, only for testing purpose. It is not for development purpose case. Once if you move the apps from dev environment to test environment, then in this case the solution will be converted into managed solution. If the solution is managed solution, we are not able to modify or edit the apps. Let me keep that point also. Managed solutions are is only for testing purpose. It is not possible, it is not possible, it is not possible to edit or modify the modify the apps in managed solutions. It is not possible to modify the apps in the managed solutions. Why? Because it is only for testing purpose, not possible to modify. So if the solution is managed solution, keep in mind it is only for testing purpose or production purpose, and it is only for test. It is not possible to modify or edit the apps in the managed solutions. So this is about all about this managed and unmanaged. And also one more point, see, if you delete the unmanaged solution, if you delete an unmanaged, we created one solution, that is what? Analytics benchmark. This is what type of solution we created, means unmanaged. If you delete an unmanaged solution, all the apps in that unmanaged solution will be stored in where? Default solution. Only solution is deleted, not the apps. But if you go and delete this managed solution, all the apps in that solution is also going to be deleted. So let me keep that point here. If we delete the managed solution, if we delete the managed solutions, all the apps in that solution is also deleted, if you delete a managed solution, all the apps in that solution is also going to be deleted. If you delete an unmanaged solution, only the solution is deleted, the apps will be replaced in default solutions. So this is what the differences between unmanaged solutions and then managed solutions, when we need to go and use the managed and when we need to go and use the unmanaged solutions. So let me go to the Power Apps now. Let me show you how to make the solution as a managed or a unmanaged solutions case. By default, first let me go and create one solution. We don't have any solution here. Let me go and create the same solution, analytics benchmark, publisher. I think we don't have the publisher. That publisher also will be deleted. Yes, it is there. AB Trainings is the publisher. Now see, I'm creating a solution here, guys. I said that by default whenever you are creating a solution, when we create a solution by default, the solution is what type? The solution is unmanaged. By default, whenever if you create a solution, the solution is what type of solution? Unmanaged solution. If you see, I'm creating a solution here. If I click on more options, you'll find that package type. What type of solution you are creating here is, it is an unmanaged solution. By default, if you create a solution, it is an unmanaged. So let me go and create it. The solution I'm creating, it is unmanaged solution, guys. Let me create the solution now. Let me create the solution. This is the solution. Now, unmanaged solution. Now go back. I don't want to create any app here. If you want to create the apps, go and click on new, create apps. So just go back. I created just one solution now. That is what? This is the solution I created. Analytics benchmark is the solution I created. And now this is the unmanaged solutions. If you see, when I go to the solutions, there are two options here under the solutions. One is unmanaged, second one is managed. Managed solutions and unmanaged. If you go to the managed, see, all these are the system defined managed solutions. These are system defined. These are not created by us. So when I go here, I'm able to see the unmanaged solution. Whatever the solution I created just now, it will come under where? Unmanaged. If you go to the managed, I am not able to see the analytics benchmark solution. Where it is located? Under the unmanaged. So you are able to switch here. What are the unmanaged solutions is there? What are the managed solutions is there? So how to make this solution as a managed solution? Currently the solution is unmanaged. How to make the solution as managed? So just select the solution, and click on export. So while I said that when the solution, unmanaged solution will be converted into managed, when we are moving the solutions from dev to test or production, then unmanaged solutions will be converted into what? Managed solutions. Now see, this is a solution which is then the development. I want to move this to testing environment. I will show you the test environments in the tomorrow's class, guys. Just now try to understand theoretically. When I click on export, it will ask some, just click on the publish here. I will explain all these things in the tomorrow's class. Just click on publish. It is going to publish all the apps and customizations, whatever we are having in that solution. Before going to deploy, we need to publish it. It is publishing all the customizations in that solution, whatever the apps flows is there. Currently, we don't have any apps and flows. Let it publish. Now see, it is published. Click on the next button now. It is getting that published. Click on the next button. Now when I click on the next button, now see, export this solution. Whether you want to export this solution as a, export as what? Managed solution or unmanaged solution. If you export the solution, this analytics benchmark, as a managed solution, it is telling that recommended to go and use what? Managed. If you click on managed, then that solution is going to be exported as a managed solution. I said that when the unmanaged solution will be converted into managed, when we are moving this unmanaged solution to another environment, at that time we are going to convert this unmanaged solution to a managed. So you can select here managed. If you select the managed, it will be moving to the testing environment or production. Or if you select the unmanaged, that means this is the development. This is the development environment, dev environment here. In the dev environment, I'm having analytics benchmark. If you select the solution type as, while exporting, if you select the type as unmanaged, that means you are moving the solution to another dev environment, another development environment. If you select the export type as managed, this solution you are going to move into export into which environment? Test environment. So you can export the solutions either managed or unmanaged. If you are selecting the unmanaged, means you are moving this in, you are moving this solution to another development environment. Or if you select this as a managed, you are moving this solution to a testing environment. Testing environment. So you can select the whatever the type it is, and if you can click on export. How to export? It is repeated redundancy will be there. So I will discuss these things in the tomorrow's class in the deployment pipeline. How to export to another environment like test environment or production environment. We need to create a lot of things we need to go and cover here. So everything I will discuss it in the tomorrow's class. If I go and click on export, the solution is going to be exported as what solution? A managed solution. See, here also it is keeping managed. The solution is moving to a test or production environment. If it is unmanaged, the solution is moving to another development environment. If while exporting, if you select the type as unmanaged, it will be converted in, it will be moved to another development environment. If you select it as a managed, you will be converting this to a managed into a test environment or a production environment. So this is how to convert the, by default the solution is what means unmanaged. If you want to convert this unmanaged solution to managed, when we will convert it to managed to unmanaged, sorry, unmanaged to managed solutions, while you are exporting, while you are exporting the solution to a test environment or production environment, then this unmanaged solution will be converted into managed solutions. So how to export it from the development environment to test environment, from test to production environment, that is comes under the deployment. I will discuss those things in the tomorrow's class. So this is about how to create a solution, and by default what type of solution it is. It is an unmanaged. How to make the solution as a managed solution? You need to export it. While exporting, you need to select whether you want to export the solution as a managed or unmanaged. If you select it as a managed, it will be exported to a test environment or production environment. If you select as unmanaged, it is going to be exported to some other development environment. So you can select here either if you want to export the solution as a managed solution or an unmanaged solution. In the tomorrow's class, I will discuss in the deployment pipeline. Deployment pipeline is huge concept. Around 1.5 hour to 2 hours it will take tomorrow. At the time, you will understand all this stuff. So this is all about what is meant by solution, where we need to create it, how to, what the solutions contains, why we need to go and create the solutions, and types of solutions. What is unmanaged and what is managed solutions. And now see here, guys. I said that if you want to create any app, go to the solution. Within the solution, go and create the app. But see, if you go and create an app outside of the solution, from here if you go and create an app, this app doesn't comes into the solution. This app doesn't comes into the solutions. So what is my requirement here is, if I create the app from here also, if I create the app from here also, that means outside of the solution, I want to move those apps automatically into one of the solution. So there is one new feature that the Microsoft is added recently. I think in the last 1 month back, 1 month or yes, maybe 1 month back, they added one feature. Whenever you create an app outside of the solution, this apps is not going to be added to the solutions. So how to add the apps which is created outside of the solution to any one of the solution? So there is they are coming up with one feature, that is preferred solutions. That is what? Preferred solutions. They come up with a new thought, that is preferred solutions. What is this preferred solutions means? Whenever you create an app outside of the solution, that app I want to move into one of the solution automatically. That solution I'm calling it as a preferred solution. Preferred solution. Now how to activate this preferred solutions? Let me explain you. This is the new feature. Still it is in the preview mode. It is not in the live. It is a preview feature. Let me explain it. So how to make a solution is a preferred solution. So let me go to the apps. Let me go to the environment. Let us take an environment, any one of the environment, guys. You go to any, in which environment you want to make a preferred solution. Let us take dev environment. Let us take dev environment. This is the environment. In this environment, go to the admin center. Go to the admin center. In the admin center, go to the environments and select the environment, dev environment. I want to enable the preferred solutions in the dev environment. Select the dev environment. In this, we'll have an option called settings. Go to the settings. Under products, there is one option called products. Expand the product. Expand the products. There is one option called features. Expand the features. So scroll down. If you scroll down, here you'll find all the preview features, guys. Some preview features you can find out here. So if you scroll down here somewhere, I think you can see that option. Scroll down. You'll see an option here, preferred solutions. It is in the preview feature now. Now what this preferred solutions will do, it will automatically add the apps which is created outside of the solution into one of the solutions by default automatically. So just go and enable this, go and turn on this feature, scroll down, turn on this feature and scroll down, save it. Once after saving it, go to the environment, go to the power apps, refresh the power apps once, refresh the power apps once. Now go to the solution. Now see, the UI is changed. Previously we don't have this option. Previously we don't have this UI. Now the UI is changed. Now you can currently, what is the preferred solution is? Currently this is the preferred solution it is taking. Now I don't want to keep this one as a preferred solution. I want to create one new solutions here. Let us take the solution name as AB. Let us take the published as AB trainings. Create. AB is the solution, a new solution I created just now. Let it create. Once the solution is created, go back, go to the solutions. Now there is one new solution I created. Select the solution, and click on the set as a preferred solution. From here you can select, or click on these three dots. Here also you can set preferred solutions. So select the solution. I want to make this solution as a preferred solution. Click on it. From here you can click on it, select the preferred solution, or you can go to this manage. Go to this manage. Here also you can select the solution. AB is the solution I want to make it as a preferred, and go and click on apply. Now see, it will changes. Now AB is the my preferred solution. Now in this solution I'm having any app means no. In this solution I don't have any apps. Now I'm going to try to create an app outside of the solution, not in the solution, outside of the solution by using this create. Go to the create. Let me go and create one new app. Let me keep the app name as preferred solutions. Just one dummy name I'm keeping. Just keep one header. Bold 24. Center white. Background color. Let me change it to, let us take some header pre. Preferred solutions. Now just save it. Where I am creating this app, outside of the solution. I'm not creating this app in any one solution, outside of the solution. Once after saving the app, publish it. It is saving. Let it save. Once after saving, publish the app. Once after publishing the app, go back. Now I created one app. What is that app name? If you go to the apps, just now I created one app, preferred solutions. Where I created app? By using this create tab. That is outside of the solution. Now if you go to the solutions, if you go to the preferred solution, go to the preferred solution, click on this AB. AB is my preferred solution. Now see, whatever the app I created, preferred solution is my app name. That app is comes under where? Even though if you are creating the app outside of the solution, from here, from the create tab, if you create the app from here, that app, it is going to be one of the solution by default automatically. So that what solution it is? AB is the solution name. So why? Because I'm making this one as a preferred solution. Still it is not in the live. Preferred solutions is in the preview feature. Just I'm explaining, maybe in the interviews you will get, there may be a chance of asking this question, what is a preferred solution? So this is what the preferred solutions. So this is all about what is meant by solutions. What is a solution? Solutions will plays a key role in the Power Apps case, not Power Apps, Power Platform. So try to understand what is meant by solutions, when to use it, types of solutions, what is meant by unmanaged solutions, what is meant by managed solutions, when these unmanaged solutions are going to be converted into managed solutions, and what is this preferred solutions. Fine. Let me stop here. We'll discuss from here in the tomorrow's class. Let's go to the questions now. Online people, any questions?